All right, we're in the blast off tournament. We're in the qualifying round. It's Tuesday's qualifying round. Dunner's on the line. What's up, Dunner? What's up?
Yo, it's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Tuesday sucks.
Tuesday sucks. We went out to go
Look forward to.
we went out to go work this morning. We got up and we went out and it was like 42 degrees, but the wind was blowing at about 15 miles an hour, and when you're out in the wind chill. I got up on the roof and the wind was blowing a little bit harder, and the wind chill up there was really bad, and it was like, okay, I don't need to be working in this. we can't spray today, so we're done. It's too windy, too cold. So here we are playing golf, the blast off tournament. Hole number one.
Yeah, it was only like -5 today.
Is that what it was in Canada, in Ontario?
Yeah.
No shit.
So I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. Probably like 29, 30 or something. I would just guess off the top of my head.
I'm not sure what the different
32 is 0.
32 is 0, so -5 is less than that, so in the 20s.
Yeah, I would guess 30.
America's inability to switch to metric just blows me away. I have a theory on it, but I'm just surprised that we haven't. Metric has been around forever, and I just can't believe that we're still on Imperial or whatever the hell we're on. We're the only. It's just amazing that we haven't joined the rest of the world with a real measuring system. I tried to switch my woodworking.
It's fairly easy to work with.
Yeah, and I tried to switch my woodworking tools, all my stuff, because some of them have metric and standard, but some of them only have standard, and it was a pain because you can get, especially the veneers that I make, you can be so much more accurate with metric, but we're stuck in the olden ages.
Well, I mean,
every time we have a new president, they have to measure their hands so that we can change our measurement stuff, because all right, hole number one. We're going the yellow line, right? Are you looking at the picture? We're both going the yellow line. We're both trying to bounce off the island. If you're on this hole right here and you want to get, you got to get an eagle on this hole, and it's not that you can't get it on the white line, but I mean, come on, if you can get on the green and one, you got to go for it.
well, yeah.
You got to go for it. All right. So what I found the other day, and we were talking about this before we started the video, is like where your red lines are at. So your red line with a extra mile somewhere in that neighborhood with a power 3 ball, and how much topspin you have to put on in order to clear that rough is like 5.5 to 6 topspin. So if you got a lower developed extra mile, you're not going to be able to get that without overpower. And if you've got an upper developed extra mile, you don't want to hit on the other side with 5 or 6 topspin because it'll blow you off on the back. You may not actually get off the green. You may be stuck on the green with a huge max overpower putt. I think the solution is to bring out a power 5 ball every time you come on the hole. Pull back from the red line about 2.5 rings, wherever that puts you, so that you have room to work out headwind on those days when we have headwind, and set it up from that spot so you don't have to use overpower, and you can make the shot standard if you have the power 5 inventory. Otherwise, you're going to take max overpower hook shot or max overpower shots and then cross your fingers on the other side. Does that sound right?
Yeah, I like to just try and bounce and then clip the rough on the other side and bleed out and not even make it on the green.
Yeah, and that's
go for a wedge from there.
That's if you want to do that shot, you could probably come out with a power 3, and even in a headwind, you may have to put a little bit of overpower on it. But what Dunner's talking about is clipping the rough right here and just bleeding out. Ideally, you want to get at least halfway into that fairway, and it's still a pretty decent chip. I mean, you still got a lot of work to get done. And the problem with that chip is the ball falls off to the right because this hillside falls to the right. and you have to kind of account for the wind and the drop. What are you going to do on it? Are you going to bring a power 3 or a power 5 ball?
I'm going to start with a Titan and see. But I mean, I have like 5 times as many Berserkers as I do Titans.
And with this wind,
from the tournament,
you can get it done with a power 3 ball without having to do really any overpower. Maybe just a titch. I'm going to try.
I just want to see what it looks like with a Titan first.
Let me see what my ball inventory is here.
Because I believe, yeah, it's 50 top spin, so it's like 4 point, whatever, 8, 7, 8.
Yeah, I really don't have any power 4s or power 5s. I have some power 5s, but I've got that Albatrossa ball, which has got the extra topspin boost, which I don't need. But that might be
Level
be
6 if you want.
Yeah. Well, for sure on that one.
And then maybe even,
because I think on that one,
set something up on hole 9 too.
Well, I did a shot on hole number 9 the other day with a Kingmaker and an Apocalypse, and was way the hell over. I was in long iron range, and then the second time I took it, I ended up in the sand trap. But if I hadn't ended up in the sand trap, I would have been in short iron range.
I'm laying it up for a minimum sniper.
All right.
Rough rock bump type thing.
I'm probably gonna take the shot with the Titan, but I'm gonna go out there with a power 5 ball and see what it looks like, just to get a feel for that. And I'm gonna bring my Apocalypse because it has more raw distance. So what is it? A level 5 Apocalypse? You get the 240?
I'm pretty sure.
I think that's what it is.
Mine's level
I'll bring
4,
an extra mile.
An extra mile is a little bigger.
I'm gonna bring an extra. I'll bring the extra mile because more people are gonna have an extra mile. All right, and we're hooked up on the. We're in South Africa right now. And are you ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go. I'm spinning. It's gonna take a -16 this week per side. Before they're going to start interviewing you.
You got your dots?
I got dots. And I'm still spinning.
Okay. Hold on.
You want me to back out?
I think this might work. Nope.
Come on. Come on. Are we looking for Dunner or another Dunner? I'm still
Cinco.
I'm still spinning. You want me to back out?
No, hold on. Oh, I got Shanks. That was weird. Normally that works.
And I got Matt. It only took a minute. I go first.
This guy's got Apocalypse 5 and White Ball. And he's about almost a third of the way up that island.
I'm going to put on one and a half. I'm going to put on 1.5 backspin. 3-2, do 10%, so that's going to be 3-5. There's 2-1, 3-1, 3-5. Just try and hit it straight forward.
Uh-oh.
Hitting it perfect. El perfecto.
Oh, he stayed on.
Now roll. Now I need to put on maybe 1 backspin. One backspin will work. Let me make a note here. Power 5, 1 backspin. Plus 10 on the drive. I think I can make this putt, but it's going to be close. My opponent's doing what you're talking about, where they're going to try and clip the rough and just do a rough bump out. And that will give you a really makeable shot, but uh-oh, they might get caught up.
There we go.
Ooh, just barely made it. I'm curious. I think this is going to be a max overpower putt, even though I'm not that far away.
Stop. Oh, fuck. I just barely rolled on. I'm
And you
screwed.
can see how much drop there is on this. This is why I'm saying that even if you're in a good spot, that chip, there's so much drop.
I won't even be
Woo! In the hole. You do not want to have to take those long ass putts on that side. There is so much drop on this course, on this green. It's one of those ones where you're so close that even if you hit it perfect, if you don't adjust for it right, you're going to miss.
Okay, let's see if I can make it to the hole. Probably not.
I barely made it.
Oh. It was there. Where'd it go?
Now they adjusted for the wind. Let's see, hit it perfect. If they hit it great to the left, it's definitely going in. But great to the right, that might miss. And it did. If they'd had the distance, that would have went in. But that chip that's out there is not a gimme. In the bag.
Yeah, I missed it.
So
I could barely get there. Fuck's sakes.
So with a power, really, if you have a power 4 inventory, you could still be good. But with the power 5, I actually was in a spot where I needed to put on backspin. Where I screwed up there was I should have pulled back from the red line and gave myself the 2.5, 3 rings that I was talking about earlier, and I probably would have had to put on like one top spin. So I'm going to use a power 5 ball on that, but I still need to work on my spin. Dang it.
I hate missing that hole. Now I gotta get this one.
All right, hole number 2. Hole number 2. Hole number 2. What is hole number 2? Hole number 2 is hole number 5. All right.
I'm using my Hornet.
I'm using a Kingfisher.
This one's level 4. That's just enough. Top spin. I've been using a power 2 ball though. Actually, what's the distance for that?
The deal, I think yesterday when I played, I was using a navigator, and my red line was up here, and my minimum red line was way back here. I was using a Kingfisher, and so here's mid. I was at about maybe 70 to 80% of club here. If I bring out a bigger ball, I can push that red line forward and move my mid club up. So if I brought out like a power 3 ball, I might be purely at mid club. I did a 30% here yesterday because I always play a 30% here in one-on-one. But I hit it great to the left, and it was just great to the left.
Yeah, it's a bit of a headwind from the right to the left. I was looking at. I was doing plus 20% with my Hornet anyway. Power 2 ball, katana ball, plus 20%, and then plus another 0.2. I kept seeing that like 20% worked, but it was always like falling in the left edge of the cup. So I wanted to be more toward the center. So, and it's like 3 and a click top spin. And that's enough to get, because if you go, it's one of those ones where if you add a little bit too much top spin, the ball guide takes off way past the hole.
Yep.
And if you move your target down, like back towards you a bit, it does the same thing. So I put my yellow ring right on the rough line, and it's like 3 and a click of top spin, I think it was. And then plus 20, plus 0.2. So I'm sure there's a way you can figure that out.
And where were you hitting your club at?
Maximum.
You were hitting.
That's why I used power 2 ball, because it's a headwind. I needed enough room to be able to pull it all out.
But you were using a max number even though you weren't at max club.
Oh yeah, it's max short iron. Maybe not with level 8, but I don't have I think my next highest one is level 6, so I don't know what the distance is on that either. So, I mean, this one's only got 84 out of a possible. I don't know what the max is.
You are so far down that hill that I'm gonna wing it. Let's go out and play. Let's practice this one.
All right.
Let's see if we can get hooked up and practice one time so that we can go out there.
23 in this account, so yeah, practice away. Let me make a new drink first.
A new drink. Is it vodka and water?
Yes.
And what's your vodka of choice?
I just buy spirit out. Just to me, it doesn't really matter because like I'm mixing it with water and then adding some flavoring to it. So, what? I don't know.
It doesn't really matter to me.
It tastes really good. Like I don't know, it's fucking vodka.
It's vodka. I didn't know. I drink so little that when we go on vacation and stuff, I'll drink. But I never. It's not like when I was younger. I don't drink. I haven't. It's been forever since I got drunk. But I'll have a drink every now and then. I don't have anything against drinking, but I just don't drink that often.
Yeah, I usually come home and have a few after a day and relax.
I definitely don't go on vacation and drink enough to get drunk because we go on vacation and I like tropical settings, and the last thing I want to do is wake up in the morning with a freaking hangover.
Yeah, that happened to me. I was only on one vacation, and it was in Mexico. Yeah, and there was one day that happened. I was surprised because I drank quite a bit the rest of the time, but it must have just been what I drank that day. I know it was Caesar Sunday in Mexico, and it was Buddy's wife's birthday. So yeah, I drank their version of Caesar's, which is like, I don't know, Bloody Mary type drink, I suppose.
Yeah.
With like a shit ton of salt in it for whatever reason.
We went to
Looking back, it was probably the salt that did it.
We were in the Dominican Republic, and we were at the.
All right, let's practice.
That resort has, I think, 13 pools if you have access to all of them. Some of them are private pools, but I met this guy from Jersey. I was like, he said he was from Jersey. I was like, New Jersey? And he goes, no, I'm from Jersey, the real fucking Jersey, the island of Jersey, right? And we started, and he was giving me shit about being an American and drinking. And I was like, well, let's go drinking, dude. And so me and him went to, I had access to all the platinum pools, and he had access to all the black pools. And so we were able to get to all 13 pools, and we did a pool thing where we went around, and he drug his girlfriend, a pool crawl, and him and his girlfriend and my wife had to basically drag us off when we got done. But we spent the whole day. We hooked up in the morning, and then we spent all day going to pools drinking, and we got that. That's the only time in all of the vacations that I can remember where I actually went out with the intent purpose to catch a serious buzz. And I don't even remember how my wife got me back to my room. And I woke up the next day, and it was like 98% humidity and like 92 degrees outside. And I was sucking dirty pond water all day. It was bad. All right, hole number 2. You ready?
For practice?
Yep.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go. I'm spinning. Come on, we really need to get hooked up here. Come on. I'm still spinning.
Like 5 that time.
I'm still spinning, no dots. I got dots, and I got guess who.
Oh, I waited a little bit too long. Because as soon as you got matched up, I got my dots. Now it's going to take me fucking forever, probably.
Okay, let's see where I'm at exactly. There's min. And there's max. So there's mid. So I'm eking towards max with that. Let's get, I should be really at max. .6, that'd be basically 4.6 if I did a 30%. I'm going to time out.
What is this making?
I timed out. I didn't have my calculator on anyways. I was sitting here trying to do the math in my head.
Does it hurt?
Yeah, it did hurt. I think I'm going to use a 0 Powerball on that because it puts me more towards absolute max club.
See, I played max because after pulling the wind out, I was pretty much at max club. That's why I switched to a power 2 ball. First time I did it, I didn't have enough room.
See if my opponent can get in the hole.
See, yeah. I can't even do it with a Hornet 4. I'm gonna have to use a fucking Titan.
Don't get in the hole. Damn it. And my opponent made the hole in one, and now I don't get a second shot.
Yeah, you should be able to go on forever now. Shouldn't you?
No. Damn it. That cost me. I definitely think I played this hole so many times with a Marlin. I think I am just going to stick with the power 0 ball.
Too. I don't know if I can do this shot with this club. And it was a fucking replay too. I get to try again.
And it's very little with. I'm setting mine up. I must be setting mine up in a different spot because you're pushing up towards that rough, and I'm almost my full ring set off of this transitional surface, trying to engage that little hill so that it drops down into the cup. It seemed like there was. I have to go back and watch that video, but it seemed like there was just like a titch of topspin, just a titch. I think this is the first tournament I've actually played on this hole where I'm using a Kingfisher and not a Hornet. All right.
Up that hill and back down and in the hole.
Did it go in the hole?
Yeah, for birdie. I had to use a Kingmaker though to be able to get all the wind out. But as long as you can get over the top of that hill,
yep,
in front of the pin, it'll make it all the way down to the cup. So that's why you don't want to aim too far, because I mean, if you're dead on, it's gonna hit the pin, it's gonna go in, no big deal. But so yeah, plus 20%, plus 0.2.
But you're pushing it. How many rings off of that rough are you?
Yellow ring.
You're way up on it.
Yeah. Well, I might take it back a little bit because I have a little bit of topspin to spare with this club. So as long as I can get it so it's not fucking going a mile through the hole, I might try and bring it back down a bit and give myself more room to take the wind out. Because I actually went into like overpower a little tiny bit there. I didn't shoot it overpower at all, but on my adjustment I did a bit.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go. I'm spinning, no dots. No dots. Still no dots. Still no dots. I got dots. I'm in the queue, and I got good at golf. Right
Wow.
off, I mean, like literally, like I got Dotson. What's
Oh,
there? Four rings.
What are they doing up at 2 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday?
That's a good
Go to
question.
sleep, you guys. Trying to play golf here.
4 rings. My douchebag opponent is sitting here spamming me. I'm trying to set my shot up.
Turn it off.
Yeah. Hitting it perfect.
What's going on here? I think I got to replay again.
Just a bit off the cup. Damn it.
Which side?
Left-hand side. It rolled off the hill and rolled to the left.
What did you do?
I used a Marlin, and I was white ring off of the transition. I put on maybe a quarter of topspin, just a little teeny bit of topspin. Maybe it was a little more than that, but not much. And I did a 30% adjustment. And with this wind, it should have did more. Like a 35. Or I should have did a 30 plus the 0.2 that you were talking about. Close, but no cigar. In the hole.
Get up there. And down and in.
And in.
Booyah.
Booyah. I think I definitely want to add that point too, because I did this.
He gave me a wow. Why, thank you. You made me blush.
Well, of all the par 3s that are on this course, this is the one, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
The freaking island hole, the little mound that the green is sitting on. It's not that you can't get a hole in one. It's just it doesn't lend itself to hole in ones. Hole number 3. What is hole number 3? Hole number 3 is hole number 9.
Power on that big dog, so that's good.
I saw my opponent here yesterday. Now, they came out here yesterday and they had a katana ball. They were farther up on the chute. I didn't quite make it all the way up to the top. And I had a Guardian and was easily able to get on. We had a massive head, not massive, but we had as big a headwind as you can get in rookie. And I was able to get over there with my Guardian, but I was surprised they were able to get over against a headwind with a katana.
With also a Guardian?
No, they had, I'm not sure what, I can't remember. I have to go back and watch to see what club they used. They might have used
I one guy make it over with a sniper. I was like,
well, if you can get far enough up there with a power 3 ball, it's possible. But I like playing this with a Guardian because you can use it. I did the rough bump and just bled myself out there. But
I don't think I can have a Guardian.
But it seems like...
No, it's got 9 yards less than a big dog right now.
But it seems like on the drive I did like 2.5 topspin, and I needed to really do like 3 1/4 to get myself all the way up onto the top. And there's definitely at least a plus 10 on the drive. At least a plus 10. Maybe even a plus 15.
On the drive?
On the drive. But there's definitely an adjustment you want to make on the drive.
I think I'm doing 20. Because it's essentially just headwind on the drive. Like it's straight headwind on the drive, so I don't know. If I take out too much wind, that's not really a bad thing, is it? I don't know if I can make it all the way to the very end. I might have to overpower my second shot, but I will try it out.
I'm gonna play.
Oh wait, I'm not Big John 800. No, 7, but it has max power. Max power.
I'm gonna bring out my. I am gonna play a Guardian. Are we getting headwind?
Oh yeah, first one's straight headwind, and then so the second one's pretty much
straight headwind.
But a little bit of right to left because you're, yeah. I'm gonna have to use Kingmaker.
I'm gonna use a Kingmaker because the deal on this hole is that even if you could, in most situations, get it done with a power 2 ball or something, this is definitely one of those holes that there's going to be a ton of people that drop a shot on this hole, and if you can go on here and just get your eagle, there's going to be 20-30% of the bracket that are going to get birdies on this hole, at least once.
The very first time I think I played this hole, or one of the very first times I played this hole, I remember seeing someone, I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but they went to the left where there's the bunker and then there's the island.
Yep.
And then you can, there's a shot where you can hit the island and bounce all the way over on the other fairway and way the fuck up there and have a pretty decent shot. But this guy, I don't know if it was on purpose, I think he used some backspin, he hit that island, and then he just barely rolled off the end of it down the hill to other little fucking patch of fairway that's there. And he was actually closer and had a pretty easy shot to the green from there. And I was like, that's quite the tee shot there.
Every time I've ever seen...
But no, tournament, just fucking play it safe, I think.
Every time I've ever seen people hit to the left, it's like a 50-50 deal. Like the first time they take the shot, they tank it, and then you're committed. Now you got to take it again. And and then they've made it the second time, but it's like one of those shots that it's super dangerous to try and get up over on the other side. I'm just going to hit to the right and try and get up there to the plateau. I'm going to try and get into the shadow. That's the ideal spot.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to be at least to the edge of that first shadow.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. I'm spinning. No dots.
I'm trying to go a bit quicker. But same thing, it takes a while to get.
I got dots. It took 10 seconds for me to get dots, and I got Lino right off the bat.
Oh!
What the hell are you people doing?
I need to go like 1 second earlier, I think. Where's that button at again?
Yeah.
Oh, is he going to go for it? No.
I'm going to be at the plus... I'm going to go to +4. I'm going to do a full 3 top spin. +4. 3.1. It's 3.56.
And then like a good amount of curl to the left. Almost half a ball, I'd say.
1.7 rings. Just try and hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. El Perfecto. I should have put some curl on that. What the hell was I thinking?
Yeah, left curl.
And I need to put a little teeny bit more topspin, so it's 3 1/4. Now with tailwind, I probably would have picked up a little bit more, but with that headwind, I'm up by the shadow, but I still just barely got on the plateau. And I changed that bag, but I'm not sure I actually changed my bag. I might have a sniper in this bag. That would be bad.
Dope.
Dope.
Well, max sniper you can probably get over. Oh, I left my room. I left myself really great, I think.
Curious to see exactly what my opponent is doing here.
Oh yeah, get up there. Up, up, up. Oh, I'm in the
Hitting
last
it perfect.
shadow there.
I mean, they set it up and it looked like it was going to overshoot, and they shot it and it overshot. So
That's odd.
I guess that's how it works. All right, I did bring the right bag, and I am right there. Let's take one of that top spin off.
Oh yeah, way up there.
Hit a one ring grate to the left, which is a problematic deal. I could get caught in the rough. Whew. Rolling out. I still haven't put myself, I'm still not getting everything on the drive. Even with my Guardian, I'm still like the red line's right at the edge of the cliff. I have to do max overpower on it, but that's one of the benefits of bringing out a Guardian is that you can work those shots better because you got backspin option. Backspin. This is not a green you want to have to hit out from distance, I can tell you that. My opponent's got a lot of work left to do.
That was a pretty good approach, though.
Uh-oh. Woo! In the hole. In the hole. I came out here one day and was playing this, trying to see what I could get off of that hill, trying to hit it way up on the hill and try and bring it down the hill.
Oh, yeah.
I burned so many balls that day trying to see if I could get that shot to work, and it did
Can
not.
you go out of bounds if you go too high?
Yep, there's all kinds of shit that can happen if you go up there high and try and bring it down. Occasionally it would make it through, but it was not a it's not a good shot. That shot is super tough to make from the other side over there. This is not a green you want to have to do what my opponent did. And that's exactly what I'm talking about right there, is there's going to be a ton of people that end up getting birdie on this. So if you go get an eagle...
Yeah, this guy got a birdie.
That's a win.
He had a horizon or wood. I didn't see how far he made it. So.
All right, hole number 4. Hole number 4. What is hole number 4?
This is the one, I think. Is this another par 3?
Hole number 4 is hole number 6. Yep.
Well, I'm going to stick with the shot I've been trying to do, but...
And what shot have you been trying to do?
The rough bump, because, why not? With the navigator. And then I think I'm going to do plus 20% at max numbers, even though it's not going to be max club. Because what I found is if I set up on the bottom of the rough, because it's a bit of a hill. That rough is a hill, right?
Yeah.
So if I hit the front side of it, it's a lot easier to control it and then everything else on the first bounce. But if the first bounce ends on the top of it or the back side of it, then you get speed roll. And I haven't gone into the rough at all yet, but then you have no chance of getting hole 1. So.
Yeah, I remember we played this hole 1 tournament.
Plus 20 is I haven't pulled this much yet, so plus 20 maximum numbers, no matter where I am in the club.
I played this hole one time with Hammer and Hank, and he was doing the rough bump there. Is it a Goliath? Is that what the rough bump is?
Yeah.
And
I don't think you need the top spin from a Goliath. I think there's other clubs that have a top spin to do it.
I kept catching the run that you were talking about, where it would bounce out on the green, and then I ended up in the rough on the other side.
Yeah.
And
you're hitting it too far. You have to hit on within the first half of that rough. Because that's the kind of the upslope part. Because it's a little tiny mound.
Right, so it takes a really flat bounce, and then that bounce turns into a run.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
So if you hit it on the front side of that mound, then you can get a nice second bounce onto the green and roll out. And it's more controlled. Then you just got to figure out where to aim. I think I was telling myself you need to like offset your thing left like a good amount.
And what power ball are you bringing?
Navigator, Power 1.
Power 1. Navigator.
If I can get this close, I might actually use a wind ball this weekend. Because why not?
Let's switch to the Hong Kong server.
If I have one. Okay. Well, let me go back to home screen because I have to reset the game.
Let's switch to Hong Kong because we're not having any luck. Too many of the British people are still up. What the hell are you guys doing up on the South Africa server? Come on. And we had no luck at all on the India server. I mean, it was causing us like lag issues, so. All right. All right, I'm ready.
I'm just reloading the game.
And you're doing a plus 20%? Is that what is that where you're starting?
You already reloaded and everything? Start the game over?
You want me to start the game? Let's start the game over. We'll fire it back up again. Hey. Hey. Ah. It's like, what the hell's the deal? I was on the wrong screen. That's what the deal was.
Get your act together.
Get my act together, fucking rookie.
Okay. A quick safety meeting here.
Rookie. Okay. I'm ready. You ready?
Okay, yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. I'm spinning. Still spinning. Still spinning. I got dots. I'm in the queue.
Oh. I got someone right away.
And I'm still spinning.
I was just about to back out because it's going to be 2 seconds. It's like...
Well, it seems like I was getting in like 10 seconds. It was taking like 10 seconds before I got dots in South Africa, but now that one right there, it took about 5. And I'm still spinning. And I got Skiffy.
Skippy?
Skiffy.
Oh, Skippy.
Skiffy. 3.2.
Jeez. Oh,
3.2, 384. There's 1, 2.
That was a much better
3.
bounce, though.
No, I don't think I pulled it enough. And I hit it great. Arrgh. I didn't pull quite enough of the wind out. I think I did like a 3.5 and I should have did a 3.8, and I hit it great to the left. And the wind was blowing to the left, so.
What did you do? Did you bounce over? Or?
No, I did the rough bump, and I did what you were talking about, where I was like 1 ring into the rough.
Yeah. I hit great, but it actually come out really nice.
Well, I'll tell you,
Stayed on the green, and
where I really wanted to.
It's not a short putt.
Where I really wanted to stay, I didn't have enough. Did I bring a navigator? I brought a navigator. I should have switched to a quasar, because where I really wanted to start that shot off, I didn't have enough side spin to get me back to the cup, so I had to move the ball back to the right. My wife's home.
Yeah.
See if my opponent can get in the hole. Yeah. All right.
Okay, well here's the stretch here that matters most.
All right, hold on one second. Hold on one second. All right, I'm back. I still have no idea what I'm going to do on that hole, but I think what I want to bring is a bigger side spin ball. Quasar. Grizzly. I'll have to go back and watch and see where I landed, but I hit that so far great that I have no idea. I hit it to the side where there was more rough, so I don't know if the grate killed me or not. What's hole number 5? Hole number 5. Hole number 5 is hole number 7.
This is the one, again, like this is a pretty easy eagle. I see people screw around all the time on here. I'm going to hit it on the green, or it's like, okay, no one does, but go ahead and try. Oh, you're in the bunker. Oh, you're in the rough. Oh, now you don't have a nice shot at eat. I'm just going to hit that island, and then I'm probably going to use power 5 ball because I know I can't make it all the way there with power 3 ball without overpower. And I'm probably going to use like half backspin or 1 backspin. I'm just trying to get it up there, so I'm looking straight up the pin.
Right, Dunner's trying to get it right there,
right near the throat.
And
not
I
in the throat, but right behind it.
I demoed a shot yesterday just so people could see it. If you've got you could use a big topper really, but you can hit it from the other side, from the very first fairway, and you can bounce through and clip that rough and bleed out pretty much in the same spot. Or you can bring out a bigger power ball and use the island. But my opponent yesterday came out here and they hit that island and they were able to get it on the green in one. I've never seen anybody do it before. Most people end up in the sand, but their bounces were really, really good there.
So like, okay.
Let's go practice this one.
Sure.
And we really need to get hooked up on this one so that we can time out on the drive and try a couple of
I'm just gonna fuck around. I don't think XML7 has a whole lot of curl. So.
Well, I don't know that you get any more. Do you get more curl when it gets to level? Well, I think you do when you get to level 8 and 9. Well, do you have like an APOC 3? Doesn't it have more curl?
In this account, I doubt it. If I have an apocalypse in this account, I'll be shit my pants. No. Got a Thor in them.
Well, what's an extra mile 7 have?
Hey, I got fucking lots of berserkers anyway. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I'm unsure exactly what I want to bring. Let's just go out there.
If I want to use like 2 of them, so I use like, I don't know, 7, 8, the whole tournament, and then I win 20, 25 back, whatever the fuck it is, or whatever. Cool. Use them at every fucking hole. I don't care.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. I'm spinning.
Okay, I will try to go a lot quicker that time.
I got dots.
Yeah.
I'm in the queue. Come on. He's in the queue.
Back out once.
He's...
Nope, don't not play.
I'm still spinning.
Okay, give me some dots now. Hurry up.
Come on. We're both in the queue trying to practice this hole. We're on the same server.
No,
Freaking Daniel.
I shouldn't have backed out. Sorry, practice.
Rat bastards.
Still, that's fucking gay.
Now with that club, maximum topspin, they could shoot it from over here in those shadows and bounce through and do a rough bump off of this and end up in the same exact spot. this shot looks like it's going to go long. And it didn't, but it did look like it was going to. It sure enough did. Let's bring out, I have no idea what I'm going to bring out. Let's bring out a Power 5 ball. See what that looks like. 3-0. I'm going to do a 10%. And I'm just going to do 3-0. There's 3-1. And I'm going to put just a little teeny bit of curl on it. Oh, and I hit it great. That's going to screw me. That'll put me in the sand trap right in front. I need to practice. I want to see what I'm trying to figure out how the hell my opponent got up there.
I'm not putting the right adjustment there.
That was a waste of a Power 5 ball.
Ow.
That's the thing about that shot is I think if you do not hit it perfect and everything goes your way, you're in big trouble. So
yeah, I'm just gonna forfeit.
I think just laying it up in the front.
Though it's fun to dick around for a shot, but whatever. Next.
Were these we were practicing here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should say on your screen.
Oh, it does. I'm going to toss it out where I would be if I did the rough bump so that I can at least practice the wedge shot going in.
Oh, are you fortunate?
Because I know that there was an adjustment even on the wedge shot if you're up front. Hole number 5. See where I'm at. There's max. It's about mid-club if I run all my top spin up. The pure headwind. Hitting it perfect. See if I can get it in. Without wind, it was hard not to get it in. I would have rather had some side wind there so that I could have seen how the wind was affecting it. I'm not sure that I think that there is a way to get up there and get on in one, but I think I'm just going to go for the shot to get into the hole. And I'm going to I'm going to play it with a katana. And I'm going to play it with my extra mile and a katana. All right, I'm ready.
Okay.
No, I wasn't quite ready. 3, 2, 1, go. I'm spinning. No dots. Come on. I still have no dots. I got dots. I'm in the queue. I'm in the queue. Come on. Are we looking for Dunner or another Dunner?
Holy. Oh, I'm unstable. Get out.
Backed out. All right. You ready?
No. Holy fuck. This game's retarded. Let me go back to main menu for a minute.
I still haven't figured out what ball combo I want to use here. I think I may have to use
Downloading data.
I think I may have to use a power 3 ball here from that side to work out any headwind if we have headwind days. Maybe.
I'm gonna have to restart my game, I think.
Oh, you're having to restart completely.
Hold on, let me make sure I'm not. One fucking. Yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't still using my phone.
We're waiting.
It did it to me at work the other day too.
What?
It timed me out off tee. I was literally just about to let the ball go, and then it was like, "Oh, the connection," and then it never let me back. Oh, it let me back with 2 seconds, and I had to set up my whole shot all over again. It was like, cool, right on. So I was like, well, I'm not fucking ball finding this round now.
Well, I don't understand the one that you got the other day where you released and it was perfect. And I'm sure that anybody who's played for any length of time has had this happen to them, where you released and it was perfect, and then you timed out. So like, which one is the game registering? Their game registered that it was a perfect shot. So how could you have had a perfect shot and got the shot off if you timed out? So like their timing on their end, is that part of the delay? Because like I went back and was watching a video that we shot last week, and there was one where you were at 0 and I was at 0, and it seemed like we were both at 0 forever, and we were still able to get the shots off.
Yeah, when you're looking at the other person's screen, for sure. Because I noticed, like, when I've watched the videos and it's us matched up against each other, it's like I didn't release them. Then no, that's not how it went. I always go from right to left, always, unless I don't have time. But so yeah, if you ever see it come left to right, that was not. That's why I wonder. That's why I asked you the other day if you hit great left or great right, because you usually go left to right, and on my screen you went right to left, but then hit great left. So, and I thought you said something like anticipation, and I was like, wait, did you hit it early or late?
And I switched.
So even though it was coming from the opposite direction, it still finished in the right spot. With weird graphics.
I try and switch it up because I don't want to get married to one side or the other. But normally I do hit from left to right. I mean, like a bigger percentage of the time. All right, are you ready?
I think so. Let's see. Downloading data. Yay! I can play. Ready.
3, 2, 1, go. Spinning. No dots. No dots. Got dots. I'm in the queue.
That was quick. Oh, come on.
Come on. Come on.
I'm going back out. I'm going back out and back in. How is it going to work?
Well, I'm
dots and... Oh, I got on beam.
And I'm still spinning.
How kind is that?
And I'm still spinning. What is the deal? I'm in the queue. The hammer. I got the hammer. See if my opponent can get over there. I wasn't paying attention. My other phone started ringing. Here we go. Well, they're in the perfect spot, that's for sure. Faux show. Is that 6 top spin? I'm going to go 2 rings off. I'm going to go 2 rings off that transitional surface. 3-0, and I'm going to do plus 10%, so it's 3-3. There's 3-3. Max curl. Hitting it perfect. Let's see if I over curled it or under curled it. Ooh, didn't put enough topspin on it. Didn't put enough topspin. I think that was 6, and I probably should have put on more.
What the hell are you trying to do with 6 topspin?
I'm doing the shot where you can hit it with a lower power ball from the very first fairway, and you can bounce it through those trees and do a rough bump to bring you out in the same exact spot you're trying to hit to.
Oh.
It's the way I play this hole in one-on-one. In the hole. Curling.
70%.
Okay, where am I at in my club? There's max, there's mid, and I'm in the 8 per ring range. Eight per ring. I'm gonna do so half would be 4.
Here we go. Get in there.
All I gotta do is hit it perfect, and it's in the hole. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole.
Get in the hole.
Woo! In the hole.
That's pretty much a save right there.
That was a save.
Because that's like number 1, like I fucked up. Pretty much got to get an eagle there too. All the par 4s you have to get an eagle. And you have to get an albatross on number 6.
Yeah.
That's 16. That's 16's almost par.
Yeah, that's the deal. Is I think that, you know, minimum score minus 12. That's just playing out the holes, working the deal. But you have to pick up 4 per side. You got to be at 32 before, like I was saying in the walkthrough, you got to be at 32 before the reporters and stuff will start interviewing you when you walk off the course on 18. And if you shoot better than a 32, now you're in the hunt for a banner. There's no guarantee you'll get a banner, but like you're in the hunt for a banner. So I mean, it starts at 32.
What? So I think there's 3 holes conceivable. Well, maybe not number 6. Well, maybe with topspin boost balls now.
Yeah, with the topspin boost balls are going to change that hole completely.
The first par 4 and the last par 4, there's you can get a hole in one of those.
All right. Well, this next par 4 is definitely, in my opinion, probably the most hole-in-oneable par 4 in the game.
Well, it's hole 6 first, isn't it?
Hole 6. What is hole 6? Hole 6 is hole number 3.
Hole 6 is the albatross.
Ah. I want to look at this. Yeah, this is the hole that I was saying I was surprised it wasn't in the tournament last week, but now I understand why it wasn't in the tournament last week. But, and I'm trying to get out into the area down in this. I think if you bring out a power 5 ball, you don't really have to do any overpower, but if you bring out a power 3 ball, you'll have to do overpower. And you do not want to be on this green unless you're right by the cup, because like I was on the I rolled off the fringe yesterday and was like 3 inches into the green, and you can't make those putts.
No.
No.
Like on the first hole. I was far enough to technically make it, but so if I was like a couple inches further, I wouldn't have been able at all.
Well, normally I'm not, like, I'm right off the green, but it seemed to me that even though you're off the green, the shot going to the cup is tricky, like the chip going to the cup. It seemed like we were taking wind off. And that one
I think if I'm going to wedge, I just do the end breaker thing.
All right, I'm
going to use Ryder Cup ball because why not?
I'm going to use. Which way's the wind blowing?
It's tailwind.
I mean, if you want to standardize it, you use a Power 5 ball because I don't think you have to do any overpower.
No, it just depends on how much topspin you have, really. So you can land like on the very right side.
Yeah.
And be a little bit further up when you first land, but you can almost do the same thing from back down at the that little neck there, where you know what I'm saying.
It almost feels like this is a. I'm gonna bring out a Power 5 ball. I want to see what the distance looks like there. I'm gonna use my extra mile. Now the APOC versus the extra mile, I do have a little bit more topspin with the APOC. And a little bit more raw power, so I mean it's a toss-up between those two bags. Alright, I'm ready.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go. I got dots. It took 7 seconds to get dots.
Oh, me too. And then I got some weird freaking name I can't. Korea, I guess.
Arr. After this, let's switch servers. Hong Kong's not being nice to us. It's too early in the morning. Those people got up early so they could play before they went to work.
No, we're getting Hong Kong news people.
I got 777 against 77. It's the matchup. I go first. Let's see where I'm at with the headwind. Man, oh man. Man, that's just too far down in there.
Oh, how is that great?
That way I can use the wind. What little bit of wind there is.
Yeah, it's going to be in the rough. Looks like a great.
2.7. Now let's just eyeball that.
God damn it.
Hit a one ring great to the right. And don't get on the green. If you can engage over the top of that hill and actually get onto the green, it will roll down to the cup. But if you just barely get on the green, you are screwed. And it just seems like we were taking off some wind here. Like we needed to take some wind off on this shot. Like it wasn't playing quite right.
Rough.
See if my opponent can get it up there. That was two solid 2 rings great to the right. That may be in the rough on this side right here up towards the top. Faux show. .7. There's max. I'm at mid club, but I can eke it back Should be 2.4 per ring. So that should be about a ring and a half.
Oh, I pulled too much. God damn it.
Better hit this perfect. Hitting it perfect. See if I got my adjustment right there. In the hole. Albatross. Woo! Now I got to pick up that last par 4. We got to get an Albie on that last par 4, just to get me so that they'll come interview me at the end of the day.
There's still a chance on 9 too.
I'm going to get super aggressive on 9. I'm going to try the shot that I was practicing yesterday with the Kingmaker and an APOC and trying to bring max curl just to get over the other side. There was no overpower. It was just taking the shot straight up. But it got me way up there. With the headwind, I could put on max topspin, and with tailwind, I needed to take off like 1.5 topspin. And I'm still undecided how I'm going to, I think that hole we just got done playing, I don't have any power 4 balls. If I had a power 4 ball, and I think in the past what I've always taken there is a power 4 ball, because you can get way down in it trying to get the run at the cup.
Alright, well this is
hole number 6. That was hole number 6. Extra mile. And a Titan. And I have to change that Titan on there if we have headwind, because it's definitely going to put me short. I must have some power 4 balls that I can bring out if we're playing that on headwind. Hole number 7. What is hole number 7? Hole number 7 is hole number 4. Da-da-da-da.
Hole in 1.
Ah, yeah. Which way's the wind blowing on this? I'm trying to figure out the topspin. I didn't put enough. Yesterday I didn't put on all the topspin. I needed to put on just a little teeny bit more. It's pretty neutral wind. I'm playing it with a Titan, the king of balls. Titan. Titan. All right, I'm ready.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go. Oh, we were going to switch servers. We're going to try it one more time. I got dots. I'm in the pool. I'm in the pike. 5 by 5. Still spinning.
Okay, I'm coming back in.
Come on. Come on, you rat bastards. How hard is this? I'm in the pool. He's in the pool. And he got somebody already.
Yeah. Some other weird name.
Well, maybe we should go to the UK. They're 8 hours ahead of me, which would put them at, it's almost 5 here, so that would put them at 1 o'clock in the morning. I need to call Terry. I haven't talked to him. See how he's doing. I called him here a couple months ago and talked to him for about an hour, but need to call and check on him. One of our teammates, Terry's got having some medical issues that are causing him a problem, and he is a super nice guy. That dog will hunt. Now let's see if I can get the same kind of thing going on. I got to figure out the topspin here, because the other day I was a little short. I think I put on like 2.5, 3, and I needed like more. I needed more. Yeah, maybe I put it all on. No, I didn't put it all on. There's no way I put it all on. Or did I come here with a bigger ball? No, I came here with a Titan. Maybe it's all. Four, 2. I'm going to do 4, 6. I need to spin it from the other side. What the hell am I doing? There's 2, 4. Hit a 1 ring great to the right.
Too much.
Which is only problematic at the very end of the run because it takes a weird bounce right here when you hit it to the right. Yeah, I'm going to have to bring out a bigger ball. Or I'm going to have to put max overpower on it. And this is definitely a shot you don't want to have to put on max overpower. In the hole. All right, let's see if I can get that. Got to get this hole. Come on. Of all the par 4s out there, this is definitely, I mean, come on. Kind of janky ass move is that. There's mid, so I'm way in my club. I am at about mid club, which is about a ring. Let's see where that puts me off. That's about right. Oh, and then I hit it great to the right. That missed. Ooh, I got lucky.
Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me.
I got lucky on that.
I just threw a cup on a fucking putt.
Did you miss the putt?
Overpower.
Oh, you had a max
Yeah,
overpower putt.
It wasn't max, but
I got lucky on that
I
one.
did great, but I hit it on the fucking proper side. And I caught the fucking lip and swirled out.
It's hard to tell where I was at on there. Because sometimes you can get in that range where you can hit it great to the left or the right and it'll still go in the hole.
3 fucking easy holes.
That was close. Close. All right, hole number 8. Hole number 8. This is that other par 3. Hole number 8 is hole number 1. This is the island par 3. Now, I did this. I was at plus 30 yesterday and was still off. And I think I brought out a big enough ball that I was hitting it with my... No, I was hitting it at...
I guess I'm qualified as a kind of...
I think I was at minimum club and I was hitting the actual numbers. But what I should do here is take the shot, even though I'm at minimum club, with a max number, plus 10% on top of that. At min. And that was with a sniper and I think I brought out a lower power ball so that I could get into my red line. So I'm going to try a navigator. I'm going to do a max number plus 10%. That should be easy. Or I could bring out a bigger ball and take it with my Grizzly at max club. Let's switch to a different server.
Okay.
Hong Kong's not working for us. We could try Germany.
Okay.
I'm connected in Germany.
Germany.
All right, you ready?
Oh, I just restarted with you. It's going quick this time, though.
Up your bogey. Underdog Outlaws. Funk the Boogie.
Oh, hold on. I opened a chest too.
DJ the Cat. Got some sporting some jewelry. Sporting some banners. This person's played as many times as I have. Games won, 42% win percentage. You can never go by win percentage because win percentage is, I forfeited before we had the new tournament standings that we have right now. I forfeited 2,000 games.
Okay, I'm ready.
So you never know. You never know. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. I'm spinning. I'm spinning. No dots. I got dots. I'm in the queue. Come on.
I'm done.
What do we have to pay extra to be able to get somebody we want to play against?
Oh, finally got some.
This is like going to the real golf course. You want me to back out?
No.
I
got dots for like a 1 second. And then, boom, some dude.
Some dude. This is like going out to the real golf course and them saying, hey, dude, you can't play with Gordon. You got to have a different partner. They don't want our money. 3.7. That's funny. All right, all right, all right. And my opponent's trying to use the backboard and roll back down to the cup, which I almost think might be the better way to go at it because trying to run it up to the cup here blows because of that little mound. So
yeah, but you have to make sure you come down starting left.
Starting on the left side and bringing it back to the right, right?
Yeah. I see someone else try and do it, and they oh.
I always try and run it up there, but I think that is the losing strategy, is to try and run it up there. So 3.5 would be 3.8. I should be at minimum club. I'm going to be white rings off the transitional surface. I'm going to try that shot right there. Right there. 3.5. And I'm just going to do, it'd be 3.8 rings. Hitting it perfect. Just a bit outside. And it rolled out a lot farther up that hill than it looked like it was going to. It looked like it wasn't going to go up that far, but it definitely went a little bit farther than I said it was going to go. And that might have been the headwind deal. I might not have pulled it enough with the way the wind was blowing. I'll have to go back and look at that and see what the deal is. But I was messing around with it yesterday trying to see if I wanted to run it up there. But ever since they put that little mound there where the pins on that mound, I haven't had really any success. I've made a few hole-in-ones on this hole, but I haven't made very many trying to run it straight up to it. So it might be better to get on the backside and run it back down the hill.
Yeah, I think you could find a spot. You'd have to basically look for a specific, square on the green behind the pin where you're aiming, like your third bounce or whatever, usually.
Yeah, so if I stay on track,
and you just might have to dial in the different winds depending on which wind's blowing, right?
So if I stay on track and get the eagle here on this last hole, that'll put me at minus 16, and there's somebody in my bracket right now that's at minus 18.
Yeah.
They've got some par 3s worked out. The only hole they didn't make was 4.
Yeah, that green's weird. It's not weird, it's just got a lot of fucking different turns on it.
All right, I'm ready.
Some fucking player here. My group, the guy is first, he's at minus 12. And that's probably going to be the winning score until, I think, finish this hole at least. Okay, so I need a kink maker.
I'm using a Kingmaker and an Apocalypse, and I'm trying to get what I'm trying to do on this hole, and this is hole number 8. I'm actually coming out down on the yellow line and trying to curl it over. And yesterday, in the headwind with max topspin, I was short of the sand trap, and the second time I took it with tailwind and max topspin, I ended up in the sand trap. So I'm gonna play, if it's sidewind, I'm gonna play it with one less than max topspin, unless it's headwind.
Yeah, it is. I'm just gonna land on the first green, way down to the left at the bottom of, you know how it looks like a finger?
Yep.
You know, like a foam finger, and look at the baby knuckle. And I'm gonna bounce over, I'm gonna go left of those bunkers. I'm gonna be hopefully around minimum short or minimum sniper. I'm gonna do a rough bump.
I'm gonna hit it over and try and be in front of those 2 front bunkers and up there by that middle bunker and be in my short iron. Are you ready?
Best of luck.
Best of luck.
Ready.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Let's get hooked up on this one, because I practiced that shot twice yesterday just to see if it was, you know, if I could repeat it, and I did it in 2 varying winds. I got dots. And it worked out good in headwind and in tailwind. I just have to watch my distance.
Get out, back out.
Back out. I'm out.
What do I honestly have connected? Okay, let's try this again.
Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. I got dots. I got dots. And you got somebody right away.
Yep.
Rat. Bastards. How'd we go 9 holes and we didn't get hooked up once? And we traveled all over the place.
Okay.
And I'm still spinning. And I'm playing against P from the Shadow Warriors. I think that's what it was. P goes first. Shadow Wolves. Let's check my opponent out. They got they're sporting some jewelry. Yes, sir.
I
got some bling.
That might be
what is there?
Freaking. Oh, I'm going to screw this up.
All right, let's see what they can get done here. And that's normally the shot that I take, only I try not to end up in the sand. I actually don't even try and get past those sand traps. Max top spin. Be 2 rings off. Three, 3. Max curl and a little bit of overpower just because I'm going against headwind. Hitting it perfect. Ooh, ended up in the rough. Need to set it out. I set it up 2 rings off the transitional surface, and I needed to be like 1.5 rings. Or I needed a bigger side spin ball. Still got a great shot from here, though. I like my chances. I like my chances better than my opponent. And I can tell you, you can be in some spots on this green where you can have some difficult putts, especially if you're on the...
Come on, baby. One time. Oh, yeah!
Did you get it in the hole?
Boom! Oh, yeah.
Albie, look at you. I'm going to get an Albie with my Nirvana right here, so I'll match up with you.
That's 20 minimum sun.
There's Max. Max, mid. I'm about 3/4, so I'm still in the 2 per ring range. I'm going to do... Okay, there's 3. I'm going to do a little extra. Just need to hit it perfect and it'll go in the hole. Oh, and I hit it great to the right. Arrgh!
But that was for a fucking...
And I was right there. Would have liked to have seen what that looked like. Perfect.
Someone got a 13, but...
I think it still would have been off, but it would have been super close. Super.
This is a pretty fucking easy bracket. 113, 112, 111, 110, 19, 18. Someone's at -8 after 8, so let's give them, I don't know what, an 11.
Well, if they're at -8 after 8, that's -10 unless they get the Albie. All right, -16 puts me in second.
Yeah.
So what do we got here? How many people? We still got I still got a bunch of people in my bracket that haven't finished yet, but
-7 after 6, -6 after 6, -4, -4 after 3, -2 after 3, -1 after 3. Oh, here's someone, -4 after 2. There you go. That guy's gonna do something.
they still got tons of opportunities left on theirs.
Oh, he got a birdie on number 3.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's see, what did I end up with? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's pretty much how you need to end those last 4. So if this person ends up with 8, they're at -16 as well. Same thing with them. They're on track for a good score. Even the person in 12th is in track for a good score. I don't know that any... I'm not sure any of the... I'll be curious to see 13s that make it, but you have to pick up... There's a -18 at the top. I'm at -16, and then there's one -14. But there's a lot of people that haven't finished. I would think that it's probably gonna. You'll be lucky if you make it with a 13. I think it's gonna be 14s or better, maybe.
I just wonder, like, what was the motivation to make this entire course a tournament? Because when it came out, when it said that, I was like, wait, that's like a fucking Tour 2 course or something. Like, that's a beginner course, is it not?
Well, remember in the very first what is that? In the very first Community Cup that they ever had, they let people pick they had the people in the community got to pick the holes, and they picked, what the hell is the name of that course? Meadow Castle.
Yeah, that was before my time.
I think there was at least 1 or 2 holes in Meadow Castle, the beginner tour, that were in the very first Community Cup. And there were some max overpower hook shots that you could do on there where you could get up, and like, it was a low scoring tournament. I think in that tournament I shot like a 32 or a 33. I think you had to be like 36 to win. It was definitely a low scoring tournament.
I mean, hey, I don't mind the challenge of, having the pressure to try and make.
Well, we could go play some
66% of the holes.
One of my viewers, I made a comment on one of the videos here not too long ago talking about the way it used to work. And I think, Dunner, you've been around long enough that you remember. The way it used to work was they would come out, and it didn't matter if it was brand new holes, but they would come out at the beginning of the week, and they would tell you, hey, these are going to be on these holes, and they would put, especially new holes, they would put them like in tour 4 and
tour from each tee,
and tour 8 and they would put them in each tee, and so you could go out there and they would change that tour, or they would add that course to that tour during the week leading up to it, so that you had an opportunity to go out there and play. And from their perspective, that was a super smart thing to do, because people would go out there and I understand that they want you to use the practice tokens and they want you to practice that stuff because you can play that specific hole. But it was nice when they put it out there on the tour, because whenever you got one of the holes you were looking for the tournament, you'd pop out the big stuff. You'd burn through some inventory because, hey, this is a great time to practice. And they, the problem with it used to be is that, like right here, we got Sakura Hills and the Nahimi Cliffs that are in Tour 3. And during normal time, you would get 50% of the time you get Sakura Hills, and the other half you'd get Nahimi Cliffs. But during a tournament week, when we were playing at Nahimi Cliffs, you would get it like 20% of the time. And they would change the percentage so that you had to play more in order to get the holes you were looking for. But now, unless...
You know what?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, finish.
No, go ahead.
You know what? When you mentioned they changed the tournament format, so, and that being there's no shootouts, doesn't cost money anymore to play each hole. But they still have that screen when the hole is loading, the golf tips. And it says, shootout scores do not count towards your overall score.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, there hasn't been a shootout in fucking God, how long?
A year or year and a half, 2 years?
But you haven't changed that one little fucking graphic,
I remember when I very first started playing the game, I was watching a YouTube video on a guy that was doing a review on the game, and he finally got to the point where he had 1 million coins and he was going to play an expert. So he got in the tournament.
And he didn't have enough.
And then he got in, but he couldn't play the holes because he didn't have the buy-in for each hole. And he was furious. And I mean, I didn't blame him, right? It was like, because that's a mistake.
No.
So, because I remember when the very...
But did it say in the rules, though, if you clicked everything and all the question and answer thing, I think it might have actually said it somewhere if you actually looked.
Yeah, I mean, it probably did say it in there that you had to do the deal. I understood that you had to buy in. You had to buy into the tournament, and then you had to pay for each hole, because each hole you were going to go to a shootout, potentially.
Yeah, shootout.
And you still won coins. So it was a big deal, like the very first expert, the very first Masters tournament. It was a big deal. I had to look at my coins to make sure that I had enough coins to... and so you wanted to come out with a net positive. Even if you didn't do good in the tournament, you still wanted to come out with more coins than you went in with. And it was, it was tight the first expert tournament I played, because it was tight. All right, that was a qualifying round right there. It was a qualifying practice round. I picked up the holes that I needed to pick up. But I had the opportunity to use some bigger balls on a couple of the holes. So with my odd account, I'm going to have to use whatever balls we can buy in the store, mortal balls. No big ones in there. I think I have 5 or 6 berserkers, but I'm going to have to use those. I'm going to have to be sparing with those berserkers.
Yeah. You should be able to still set yourself up pretty good. You might have to use... I don't know, if you want to get a little greedy, you might need to use some overpower in a couple holes, but even with power 3, you should be able to get right up there.
All right. That was it. How'd you do? What was your round? What'd you end up with?
I ended up with a 15. So, yeah, with the albatross at the end. I missed all the important holes. I got number... What would it be? Number 5, I guess. And number 2, and number 9.
Well, the area that I'm trying to hit...
So I missed 1, I missed 5, I missed 6. So there's 18. Those are almost the gimme holes. Well, almost. Oh, I missed fucking number 7. I missed 2 par 4s. Did I miss all 3 of the par 4s? No. What the fuck was my score now? Damn it.
I think what my problem was on hole number 9 is that I went too far into the shot.
And I got number 5 and number 9. So I missed number 1. I got number 5. I missed number 7. And I missed 6. So yeah, I missed 3 pretty easy ones.
Well, that one par 4, we've got.
I missed the 2 easier par 4s. And then I missed the fucking albatross on 6. I even hit perfect out of the rough, and I still missed it.
I got a little bit of work to do on 9.
I'm in first by 2 shots right now. Unfortunately, I have to qualify with that, but
no, that's
at
good.
least I know
that'll give you a good tiebreaker.
Number 9 is a good one. I tried that shot in all my other accounts, and I finally hit it, so that's good to know. Plus 20 at minimum club. Sniper rough bump. Put the ball guide through the hole.
And you went.
Make sure it's through the hole.
Did you go when you did your rough bump? Were you going on the white side where you were coming that way, or were you?
I was like in the rocks. So my tee shot was like, I bounced on the first fairway, very, very far left of the first fairway.
Yep.
And side spin it left with top spin.
And brought
even
it
some
out.
Curl. So I was left of those bunkers altogether.
Yep.
And then it left me minimum sniper. I did plus 20 with minimum number.
Plus 20
at
at 1.3 per ring at minimum sniper. And you were using what ball?
Kingmaker, because I used all the side spin on my drive.
Yep. So where I was at down here on my drive, I went all the way to the red line, and what I should have did was pulled back so that it gave me more room for my curl to be effective to get into this fairway. I was trying to muscle it over there because I went so far forward in the shot that I almost took the curl completely out of it. And so I should have pulled back to like maybe plus 12. I think I did that yesterday. I went out there and then it looked like it was going to go. I was like too far into the shot and I needed to be back a little bit. And I pulled back. I'll have to go back and watch that video and see where I pulled back to.
Side spin, like 1.3 side spin. I didn't use any other top spin or back spin. And a ring and a half off of the fairway in the rough.
Because where I was at, if I'd have hit it great to the right, I'd have ended up in the drink.
But my ball guide was like almost 2 squares through. And I mean, it did come in a little bit hot, but it took that last break out of it. No, it wasn't hot at all. That was good.
All right, there you have it. There is a walkthrough practice qualifying round. This is our practice stuff, so we're trying to work out our numbers. Even though we're on some of the holes, we're playing them the same, and on some of them, we're playing a little bit different, and trying to make our club shine. That's the deal. All right, say goodbye, Dunner.
Party on, Wayne.
Party on, Wayne. Thanks for watching. Be safe and have a great week.